So after many years of workplace harassment in Canada, here I still am in my tent, wondering how people have taken my money from my debit card, and I don't have more money in general. I'm still in a tent, of course, as you can see. It was very nice, the trees, the nature. I can't quite figure out why I'm not in a hotel or whatever, and well, that's how Canadians violated my human rights. Strange how that is, and I'm obviously a person who should be receiving government checks, not forced into slavery of the workplace anymore. Wondering why some simple average person who's only for work isn't doing my job, It's funny how people in the 1970s in North America might get gray hairs at age 40 for treating people like me in this kind of a way, and then they go home and they yell at themselves in the mirror because people like me don't listen to them yelling anymore. But yeah, well, eventually I got my money, and I was supposed to be driving a Ferrari even. Mercedes G-Class, yeah, that kind of a thing. And I thought, after I get off the plane here, in an Asian country, I'd just get money right away, but still here. I forgot, Japanese are perhaps ridiculous about working, and they were hoping I'd be about work because I'm from Germany, technically, so that's where my family's from. I lived in North America most of my life, right? I don't know, I was expecting somebody to show up and give me a government paycheck. Oh, they'd probably have just bothered me. Been like, where's your passport? Are you going to work? Are you going to China because they don't work like us there? Well, yeah, I don't know. Should I say violation of human rights in a first world country? Not sure. Come to think of it, another problem I had in Canada. You're not allowed to drive 115 kilometers per hour on the highway. For the Americans out there, their speed limit is 60 miles per hour. Can you believe that shit? 65 miles per hour, and they gotta give you a ticket. That's what Canadians think is logical. And then you have to complain to their government, get a lawyer to sue the Canadian government, and like a lawyer has time for that, in a world like this. With that many people, 30, 50 charges, the only one who even fits in a courtroom anywhere in the world. Sad, right? Well, in America, eventually those sorts of Americans come to the conclusion that, as a European American, even, let alone an African American, people born before, 1985 or so have convinced them to go to the workplace when they do have people that can do their job that are just, not even nearly conscious of life. They're a person that wakes up to be a servant from families just over there that were, nearly overpopulation of humans, but not technically at all. A person, with a consciousness, only for work. Anybody in the government, anybody, of any kind of authority within a company does know how to get those people to do a job. They don't need to hire conscious people, who actually have a personality. Instead of forcing you to have a personality disorder nearly and making you go to the workplace when they could give you a government check and a free home, the vehicle. Yeah, the government just prints money, honestly. Who gave them the legal right to print money? When you think about it. Well, shouldn't anybody be able to print money off a fucking printer? Or does anybody anywhere in the world have the right to mint a coin or print money? Is it? So eventually in the United States of America, at least, after many riots about George Floyd or whatever the fuck, yeah, and then they realize, wait, these older people are forcing them to go to work. They feel like a slave from before the Civil War ended slavery, And then they riot. and destroy that much public property all over the world because people older than 40 with gray hairs already, for that kind of reason psychologically. Pulling their hair out, not quite sure why Indian people and Chinese people tell them about bad karma. That's how they run the world, I guess. Ridiculous, right? Well, just so you can see, I'm obviously not in a tent in that kind of a way. Well, you could in a park anywhere, technically. Well, I got my gorilla cart, my fucking backpack that is not piss. That's actually a Japanese beverage, kind of like Gatorade. I got a solar panel and all my stuff. Fucking ridiculous, right? But, it is what it is.